I'm sorry, I'm reading up on this. My bad.
Believer
I'm
I've
reading
seen
that in
performance
California,
out of
it's
physical
very
packs.
difficult
That's
for
what I'm
medical
viewing
debt
right
collectors
now.
to
Did
collect
they make
debt
it here after all, Mitch?
because they have to go to court
I don't
for
think
it.
so. I'm sorry. Shout out
They got CISIGO.
So apparently in California, you can just not pay medical bills. GG.
Well, as we come
So
into
you
this
haven't
one,
gone, like,
map number 2, KRÜ
Only MRF
down
only,
by
dude.
1, but this is
Nah.
their pick, and it started
I
out
guess,
well.
but
Kesnet taking down
there's a
Nats,
lot that goes
dealing
into
heavy
it. Like,
I usually watch Valorant people, to be honest,
Still a minute
lately.
10 on the clock. Plenty
I
of
mean,
time for this attacking
I
side
guess
of
it's
KRÜ to make a
all-
choice.
Yeah,
all
Krabby.
relative to your
They've already
situation,
managed to
right? If they
isolate
know
Yeah,
you
that-
can't, if you're like
that's
10,
what matters.
15, 20K, and they know you can't pay it at all, they're not going to really. I don't think they're going to really chase you for that. But if you haven't paid medical bills 10, 15K, and you can pay it pretty easily, relatively easily, they'll probably chase you for it.
Indeed, it will go down back to 100.
They're buying quite a lot of time. This is going to
Gambit
end up as an
is
A-side
not playing
push.
duelists.
In terms
on
of
this map.
utility, in terms of stars, there's not a whole lot left for Red
You already
Guards to
paid
play.
your
In fact,
medical
he's
bills
just
by
trying to
living in
retrieve
Cali.
one, but whether
Oh,
it be
wow.
available
True chatter.
in time will be a completely different story
Everything's
altogether.
already
They're
so
gonna look to try and
expensive.
pressure him.
Arcane
He's
Sheriff,
still
here
in
we
the same
go.
spot, but they haven't actually spotted him. Finally,
Got
he'll be
one.
cleared
Over.
out. In fact, so will the majority of the team. Chronicle had a fantastic first map, but good luck, bud.
Yeah, it's going to have to be the 1v4, and he's already been spotted on his way through heaven. I'll be ready to face him together. Nags down below, waiting for contact to one of his teammates, and they'll just
Is it over?
into this.
I think it's over.
Yeah.
Start to push him back.
Going map 3.
I mean, look, you got low HP on some of these players, but it's going to be hard to find that value. Going to connect those headshots almost instantly. And it will not happen this time around.
No duelist
KRÜ
comp.
starting off with a pistol
Yeah, they haven't
round
played no duelists since
on ASCENT.
July.
Same as they did
on this
Breeze,
map.
getting off
That's
to a
kind of
great start.
ridiculous.
Yeah, solid start from them. I think again, the
Who's
fact
gonna
that
entry?
we're still seeing
I-
They're also
Kesnet
using
take these
Omen instead of
incredibly
Redgar.
aggressive duels means that
Omen instead of
like, it's what we
Astra when they're
expected.
running
They definitely haven't gone into this map with like a low mental
NA is over
state,
here running
low
3 duelists.
confidence.
These guys are running
Straight away,
0.
The first thing he does is like, guys, I'm gonna peek into A and I'm gonna kill someone. And that's exactly what he does. And then it's just playing with the rotations. The fact is that Gambit didn't really have any information there, and normally we'd look at someone like Defo who's gonna try and take that mid control away from them. They can't really do that so much because, well, he's not got that dash ability to get him out of dodge.
Defo's ready to take this duel around the corner. They've already tapped the orb.
I'm assuming you'd
Wants
entry
to hear
with
the second
Defo.
tap. He wants
Just
to hear them making
flash
some-
and
in
double
fact, they
swing
took it
Shadows Defo.
completely.
Mhm.
I thought the flash would have come around the corner by then. This is a strange stack out of Gambit to not execute after they've heard the noise, but that'll
Refund
almost
because
bait
no
KRÜ
duelist.
in to committing to this as time goes on.
No duelist
Eventually
is my
someone's
worst
gotta take a
nightmare.
step forward.
Imagine the coach comes to me and he's like,
Backwards.
we're going to need you to run
This
Sage.
control. Pick up the
I'll be
spot,
like, bitch,
start to move
you know who the
towards
fuck
this
I
weak
am?
side.
I only play Jet and Reyna.
Clearly
Oh.
got the right read here. And
Pretty sure Gambit got rolled on this map
does
when they
currently
played
have
it in the
his data
tournament.
available. Like if he
earlier.
could get the information now, maybe there's a chance they could try and run all the
they?
way back. But
Yeah, I
he
think they
has
got
nothing because they don't have any mid
13-5.
control. It becomes very difficult. Now
yeah, they
Kesnet
lost
is
to
definitely dead, so at least going to be
X10,
something
7
for
to
them to fight
13.
with. But
Yeah.
realistically, I don't know how much of a difference it's going to make here.
Yeah,
That
I mean,
was
that was
it.
a plan. If
If not,
anything,
they've
they knew
won
Kesnet
every-
was probably
and
going to die.
1
He
to
went
13
aggressive, he
against
made the
Supermassive
noise.
Blaze.
The whole idea behind that being like, they had a suspicion
in
something was
August during the
wrong.
Challenger
Something was
playoffs.
freaky on the A site. So eventually,
If not, they always
rotate
won.
around,
I saw
Kesnet
that
makes
bush
the noise,
boogies.
and they go, okay, yeah, it is a stack
Nuts.
here. B should be free. Walk in.
Dude, I
technical,
can't believe
shot
it's
dart.
so dark
Still
outside
comes
at
down to
4
a 3v2
p.m. I
though,
hate
and
that
this is where
shit.
They really can't afford to lose any more players.
Ooh.
They're going to clean it up fairly easily.
Bulldog.
And as we sort of say, as long as it's anything more than 2 and you start to worry, you start to pay attention, especially for Gambit, that they managed to do that much damage. But 2 kills on the whole,
so
it's
lame.
not going to be too much of a
I
problem.
hate that. You guys
for
like
KRÜ.
it?
It's more just going to make it interesting of how much
No
they
way
actually
you guys
invest
like
into this
it.
next round. Like, what are they going to bring through? Is it
At
an
5
extra
p.m. it's
rifle maybe
pitch
on
black
someone like
outside.
Kesnet, who,
5,
of
6
course,
p.m.
even without armor, if he manages to get himself a kill, can just overheal and bring himself back up to full? Or is he just going to take that risk?
I don't
anyway
go
and just
outside
try
and I hate
through the
it.
round? The fact is, for now, it looks like he's just gone for another.
Only outside I see is through this window.
I think it makes sense. Try to just get
Shroud, you
something
said
to
it
play
traveling
with,
kind of
especially
sucked and
because
everything
of
too when you were a
the
pro. What was the
Smith.
fun part of
If
being
you're
a
gonna be
pro?
playing aggressive, it's gonna be one of the first
Just not
players
here.
around the
He's
corners
not here.
taking these
Chair
duels.
stream already?
Yep,
Got
of course.
inside the
I had to
smoke,
pee.
just
Game's
in
live.
case there's no one
What is the fun
close.
part about being a pro?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Shados is still, and he'll still get away with 2 walking through the cloudburst. He's even starting to creep up towards them in the alleyway and on backside. Chronicle wasn't spotted.
Playing
A
on stage?
flawless round coming out
Yeah,
of Gambit.
probably
That
just
prime
playing
being
on the
flawless,
stage.
Their economy starts
Yeah.
to stack on up.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
Doing well on
stage,
I guess.
0 casualties in this round. It means
Meet and greets?
that, of course, we're likely to see a rebuy anyway, but they haven't given any orbs over to the other side. They haven't given any weaponry away either, so this is as good as it gets now.
I believe it a question mark there.
The last time we saw this map played for them was versus X10. It went very badly. They only managed 2 rounds
after parties,
defense, which for Gambit is truly shocking.
Did you go to the after parties?
That was Tarik's favorite part.
I went to some after parties, but not really. I didn't really care.
Did the older...
Nah, you got paid like shit. It didn't really matter.
You had to do it
The
again,
after parties at the older CS events were insane because I don't think Twitch had a budget for the after parties.
Oh yeah, when it first started.
Yeah, so they were like always fucking throwing some crazy shit, and then after they realized they were losing a lot of money, they weren't as cool.
Just by hosting CS after parties.
Aggressive. This is very aggressive. Shados pushing all the way deep, but they can just take control of this. This is one of the main benefits of having that Sage, is you can just lock off parts of the map. For now, though, KRÜ, slow and methodical. They've got a lot of map control. They managed to push their way up short, but there's still so much information here for Gambit because of the fact that they've moved up to having a couple of initiators, and then they have the Cypher Cam of Nats.
The thing is, Shroud enjoyed playing on stage so much that he built up an audience to the size of the stages that he was playing on.
There's so much utility.
So now he's always playing on stage.
They've got these astral stars, the fact that they have this camera there. The Hunter's Fury's finding nothing. In goes Rengar.
Tarik really thought he did something there.
Thought I had something there, I guess not. Thought I had something.
Yeah, you really thought you did something there.
I don't know that Defo can really do anything from here. Maybe a spam through the floor. They'll hope to find their target.
See, Justin, you think that Mike walked away and couldn't hear me, but technically he wanted to show the range of his headphones, how good they are.
Yeah, he always keeps those boys on even when he sleeps.
Check him out. He's normally the one to try and delay with the stars. The fact is, though, the afterplant positions are looking strong from KRÜ. There is a lot of work for Gambit still to do.
What was your favorite event, Shroud?
Good return, Defo on a triple. And sure, Shados will fall to the nano swarm, but they know where Mazzino is now. Oh, but he connects the both. The spray down is clean. The Red Bull clutch will give KRÜ a third.
These are the sort of rounds that we've watched KRÜ for this entire tournament.
Could be just the venue.
Just having this clutch ability, and I think it was just the off-peak of his timing. Like you
Did you go to Aspen? No.
When a player taps the spike,
I feel like that was a pretty sick event.
He peaked as they tapped it, so nobody was ready and watching to get those final kills. He timed this to literal perfection.
I don't think Aspen was that
fumbled
sick.
A little bit by Gambit.
I thought it was really sick.
Give themselves
like the location was cool.
Now I'm interested to see the finances because we spoke about the
yeah,
fact that the last
the actual playing conditions were bad, but the location was
in this matchup. They don't seem to get affected by these sort of moments.
No, they really don't. Very headstrong team.
For real though, just being a pro sucks.
KRÜ have shown to be just the same.
You're the worst person I know.
Why?
It was fun, man. God.
But somehow
if he didn't like it, he's entitled to his opinion.
I know, but I hate him.
Why?
I just do.
It was fun hanging with the team.
That maybe KRÜ have rotated.
Jesus fucking Christ.
That was probably the best part, actually. Chilling with the boys.
Just playing that waiting game.
That's fair.
KRÜ now found themselves the control over A.
This is almost like delay.
I'm sure being on a team with Jordan wasn't boring.
So much utility to play with that they can afford to almost burn a bit of it in the early stages of the round. The problem now, though, is that lockdown. It's going to hold them back at least for a moment. Look, Rengar, he's tried to push through. They were ready for it. They don't actually manage to get the opener either.
I had a great time.
The remaining players haven't actually moved. They're, in fact, all within the
your time
site,
with
just waiting
energy?
for the push to come in. Still, though, the entry goes the way of Delzik. The trade not quite there just yet. And, well, for the attackers, they have to fall back. There's nothing here for them
anymore. What was your best time?
They realized that there were two players there, but Gambit make the very quick read. They know
best time on a team? I feel like I've had good times on all my teams.
Cover their mid push, make sure they can't get through market or be main. But the problem is, KRÜ double faked it. They've waited.
I want
a real answer, man.
I accomplished a lot on every team I was on. So every team I had good time on.
Tarik made a
if there is a team that I didn't do shit on, then I feel like there would be an obvious answer for which team I didn't enjoy being on. But every team we did something, so.
Optic Gaming Tarik was a good Optic Gaming. Was a good Tarik.
Optic was fun. D9 was fun. MIBR was fun. They were all fun. EG was fun too.
Did you
or
play
NRG.
Arena with Optic?
Yeah, we won North Arena, right?
Yeah. With you and
I think it was versus G2
in
the finals.
Yeah.
That was a cool end.
need to start covering off these positions. The camera spots one down below, doesn't grab the tag.
Page is crazy. There he is, Kesnet. Let's go.
I mean, at my BR, we didn't, we only won one event, but we got second at a couple.
Map 3?
Let's go.
Is it over?
We're
I
going
think
map
so.
3, man. We're going map 3.
To another steaming start.
Double duelist versus no duelist.
I think
Yeah.
that's the
I
main
know, at my
point in this
BR, I would
round,
have
that
time.
both teams actually had
What
a
a
pretty good
time.
I'm
read on
excited
the
to see what
scenario.
Gambit are going to do in the attack,
Redgar's initial
because I haven't
push,
watched their
impressive
tape
'cause he
playing
delayed
no
them enough
duelist
to give his
before.
team the time. Then you had the rotation back, which definitely wasn't wrong, at least initially from Gambit, but it's that call to just slow things down.
Nah,
Kesnet
bush
waiting,
boogies.
lurking, taking the time
Not
to
necessarily.
almost say, okay, I can't hear anyone, no one's moved, no one's peeked, so they can't currently have the information, and then they go back into that A site completely open, and I think KRÜ's after plant solid once again.
Yeah, really and truly.
Yeah, the 1v4
versus
versus Strawless, that was
they even
nice.
leave themselves open, knowing that they'll be traded when they have that like 3v2 position. Because hey, if you get this kill, it doesn't really matter. Now Gambit going back to what they did before, stacked up inside of A main, waiting to push through. But KRÜ have been so cautious on these low buy rounds. I am thoroughly impressed. This is something that the majority of top teams don't even do. How
He's
many
gonna
times,
curve
Tom,
the
do
bird
we see
anyway,
these
so
pistols
like,
gain massive
why
value
not
because
be-
teams blindly run into map control
probably
and
to
end
not
up
be
getting
exposed from
overwhelmed. But
tree.
time and time again, KRÜ are leaving at most
Fuck.
one player, but actually,
Oh, that could have been a
Mazino's
nice
got
timeout.
the spike.
Nice.
That
I shouldn't have said
flash
anything.
was perfect.
Now they take tree,
They've
they
got
could
the
retake
res as
from
well.
A-main.
Weaponry has been collected, and the Mitchman curse looks to
Over
come
Dolphin,
through
yeah.
this
Shouldn't have
time
said
for
anything.
KRÜ.
That's
a
getting
weird
flanked,
situation.
though.
Much control
Yeah.
at the moment. This hasn't even become a battle for the site anymore. This becomes
That's
a
gonna
battle
die.
for the rest
And he
of
has
it.
spike.
That
This is
cam
good.
has
Oh my
actually
God, he didn't
spotted
see
the player,
him.
or at least it should have done. It becomes a bit of an awkward battle, and
Uh-oh.
actually, Nax is somewhat losing it. He has taken a fair amount of damage. They've got utility to try and pull them out of position, which will work out.
Oh,
And
no.
at least make this one look
God
possible.
dang.
Weird
With
cheat.
Shadow's taken off the head of Delzik. Both remaining players so desperately low. Surely there's no way KRÜ bring this back.
Klaus does his best with the
Oh.
turret to find the info.
That's
but
a
as
real
Nax
shit
falls,
round to
20 HP
lose.
remaining.
Wait,
That's
why
like
did
the Live Power
Delzik
event, I got delayed
smoke
like 8
themselves
hours.
Strong
out?
breeze will take
We
him
got a
down.
game on our
I was at Live Power event. I don't know if it was
Doesn't
delayed
have
8
the
hours.
advantage here, and nor
Hands.
does he, as he backs off to save this rifle.
10 seconds left.
Looks like if he keeps going, he'll get away with it, but he's about to take a face into Redgar, who now has a nice free upgrade for him down
I
there
still
on the
don't.
floor.
So why
That
why
is
why do you guys
not
think
the
that
round that I was
Delzik smoked
expecting,
themselves
as you
out from
might have
gelato?
guessed by how I opened it up, complimenting KRÜ on their
When the spike's down there and they have to try to go
inability
get it.
Ecos, and well, they have lost to
You
an
sure it was
eco.
his?
These were some
Yeah.
tasty
Oh,
shots
maybe
though,
not.
coming out of the Sheriff. Like, I think dodging the flash there gives enough just for the kill. They reclaim the rifles, they use the res, and I think the way that we're seeing these aggressive pushes together from Gambit is something that I don't think
You're right,
many
it's
teams
probably
could do
Redgar's.
as well. Like the timing of all
Kinda
of
hard
that
to tell
utility,
sometimes.
and just look what it
Yeah.
does. That was the one round where Gambit really didn't invest
But it
anything.
definitely
It was
makes more
just a few
sense if it
pieces
was
of
defender.
utility and some sheriffs. Now you look at what the other team have. Well, it's exactly that.
It's the ability to do damage in a lot of those earlier rounds. Oh, that
Oh.
flash is so good! Redgar has conditioned them. He's put those smokes down again and again. This time, he fakes it. He recalls the star, swings on a flash, and gets the kill.
Wow.
Great tag out of
Ooh.
Chronicle, even without an oath, and
fucking
that's an
cringe.
easy wall bang. And a 5 versus 3 emerges. KRÜ didn't come into this round
That's
with
an
heavy
annoying way to
weaponry,
die.
But I'm going to hope that Kesnet's able to do something with that Guardian they invested into. Oh, well.
Gambit 1, map 1,
almost the
yeah.
last man alive.
One enemy remaining.
Mazino as well. Prime Gaming Flawless coming through from Gambit. It really does just feel like sometimes they just flip a switch and the whole game is on its head.
They were eco last round. They didn't buy most of those rifles. They carried through from their eco round that they picked up off the corpses of their enemies. Then they come into this with a flawless. That has turned the game on its head completely. The early narrative swinging massively in favor of KRÜ. They were looking clean. They were avoiding all of the regular mishaps that we see from teams, and now they have fallen into a pit of despair. Just one round in the lead. That's all they have to show from their incredible start, thanks to that eco round out of Gambit.
Yeah, Defo is
My
what I have
God.
to say, like, if for someone
He just
as
literally
said,
ran
for
up
months
cat.
now has just been playing
Holy
the end,
shit.
back onto this guy. Incredible
No
stuff, and he's going to win
F
the duel versus
Now
Kesnet.
he's
This
dead.
aggression that was so successful in some of the early rounds from the Reyna has ended up being a little
should
bit of
put
a
him back on
burden.
Cypher,
Unable
maybe.
to find anything, but Klaus will respond.
Getting kind of
Bring it
crazy
back
out
into
there.
a 4v4 scenario, and you can see instantly, KRÜ just slow it down.
They absolutely do. Slowing the
And they got
pace,
kind of a
grouping
poo-poo
up. Gonna
comp
be a
for this
2-2
map.
push into the A site, main and short. They haven't spotted Redguard crossover, but they'll have an idea that he could be here, and now they've spotted him indeed. This is going to be tough for him to even get out of here. He's getting aggressive. He's trying to take the duels, but he'll be caught on the retreat.
That sucks.
With that opening, they're going to pick up the pace, run in towards
We got
the
a game
side,
on
and
our hands,
Defo doesn't
yeah.
have something huge to show. There's a first, but that's all he'll get. KRÜ with the advantage, and their post plans have been strong thus far.
The bars.
Yeah, they have the ultimates for it as well. Like a Hunter's Fury and a post plant. We know how impactful that can be. They've also got 1 or 2 more to spare. The Cosmic Divide. I don't know if it'll be utilized here. I'm a little bit wary though that Delzik is incredibly low on HP. A well-placed spam could be enough to end him, but there needs to be something and fast from the side of Gambit as they look to try and encroach on the space of their enemies again. KRÜ and these afterplants have been stellar, and for the side of Shados, he's just going to keep the gun.
Nobody gets over aggressive, man. They just don't give anything away. It's clean Valorant, and that's what we like to see. Shados is going to be looking to save this one over. Kind of needs to pick up the pace. Get away from there pretty quickly. And it's being watched.
Damn
for
this
now
rabbit
as well, so
to
he's
help
gonna be in a lot
Team
of trouble. He dies to
Gambit.
Spike anyways. Well, that's the weapon gone.
Yeah, I don't think the finances of Gambit are in a bad spot, but it's still just one of those things that just like, why?
Why didn't he run to spawn? Yeah.
Why?
Maybe we're missing something there, but I don't see the value.
I think maybe he realized how good their economy actually is. You have to remember they win themselves a round of just
and how poor
pistols.
their opponents were.
Yeah, so I think it was an attempt to do
help Team
damage,
KRÜ.
but I don't think he meant to die.
Yeah,
like I think it was he wanted to take a fight versus someone and then bring something into the next round. As said, as you can see, they're fine for this round.
So hot in
Now
my
we actually
room
get
that I can't open the
Defos onto
AC.
the operator, which normally
Literally
is
sweating.
a hugely impactful player on this weapon.
Oh.
He can't escape as easily.
Who cares about the operator, man? We get the
All the util gone.
Chronicle. Let's go, baby. Early spams. Deep recon actually gets
That's why I
rated
carry
down.
the operator.
You made
Got
it
that
out.
far? Holy
Somehow
fuck.
made it
is
out.
what it
All
is.
my enemies own.
Nice
Way
overturn
too
by
aggressive.
Nats as
See
well.
you
So
later,
Defo
kid.
not only gets the opening, but then Trailblazers to stun the player and allow Nats to come out of that corner and catch
stage
him.
wall is
They were
kinda
trying to
annoying,
punish
actually.
the operator, but they weren't expecting him to have a bodyguard.
And with the shutters already closed, they are watching this. They are ready. Any
KRÜ,
surprise
they're starting
that
to get
Tesla tries
exposed
throw
with
at
their
them is just
individual
being
plays.
watched for.
Yeah.
A well-constructed round by Gambit, knowing exactly where the holes in their defense currently are, and only 2 players remaining. It's not far away.
Yeah, fan would be nice.
Mitch getting a little bit too excited. You know, he didn't lose that much HP, and
Oh, he
instead,
did.
well, yeah, he shouldn't stand a chance at this point, but he still survives.
Oh, he's still standing. I mean, lucky man. Not many players.
I fucking
stand on the
hate
other
that you
side
can
of a
do
wall
that,
from Chronicle
honestly.
with an Odin.
I hate that part of this
Way to
game.
tell the tale, but it's only a matter of time.
Oh shit, I
Eventually,
just
he'll be
spawned and I'm
taken down.
fucking
That
spammed by an
Odin
Odin.
coming up big in this round.
Shit,
I have to say,
fuck
though,
yeah.
this is,
30
okay,
seconds
let's
left.
give Mazzino a moment. 30 seconds.
Yeah, his
1
map is
versus
not
4,
very sick.
70 HP and 2 kills to his name.
He's on at the moment.
Yeah, but the time's
not
going to be
too
a real
bad.
issue. He's sprinting to the A side, and there's no resistance there. Gambit are going to group up and
What'd
try
you guys
to
think
retake
about
this together.
1.6
Now,
nuke?
A lot of problems for them, for Mazzino rather.
All the wall bangs?
Recon's back
I mean,
online
I
now
didn't
and just
mind it
came back.
in
That's going to give them the
1.6.
Odin wallbang ability, and with 70
Because everything
was
that's
just
actually
tiny.
very, very dangerous.
Yeah,
Typically,
but
that
these
Recon's
maps are
gonna
just
go to his
tiny.
lower, and they've even
also didn't
spotted
have
him
wall
now. They
hack.
know exactly where he is,
Well,
and
some
they're
people
just
did.
lobbing, finishing
Yeah.
him all back to the flat. Well played by Gambit
Yeah,
on the retake.
people
did.
Sticking
That is
together,
true.
it's what we want to see. Not giving them any opportunity to
They have legal cheats in game.
Still, in a 1 versus 5, like, okay, the
Pretty
two,
good job,
the two
yeah.
kills, I'm actually not that bothered by. He actually baited out Seekers. So they use an
Very
ultimate
true.
just to kill him off
You
at
ain't
the end.
cheating,
So
you ain't trying,
that's
right,
it.
Justin?
Like, the 2 kills are not really going to affect
True.
Gambit too much. Their finances are still in a very good spot, but hey, having
Gotta
to use
cheat
an
to get where you
ultimate
want in life.
just to make sure they close out the round, that's completely different. Honestly, thus far in this
I
round,
agree
I've
to
been
disagree.
so impressed with Defo.
Yeah.
Like, the
Gotta
fact
step
that,
on everybody.
Again, he's moving over to
Good
an
old
agent we
honest
haven't
work.
seen for quite a while. And it's not just
Yeah.
like... we've
Nice
seen with
guys
other
finish
players where
last.
He's just still fragging on the agent. Like, all of his utility, you think about that eco round, they won it off of his utility.
That's
that
not
killed
true,
there.
Chad. That's not true.
Y'all really gonna push into this up against an Odin? Hunter's Fury
Oh
active,
my.
trying to hunt him down, but he's actually swapped position. Chronicle playing over towards Market, and
Wow,
Defo's
nice
the one
shot.
on site. He's in a lot of trouble
They
though.
still hit
Getting out of
these.
here is
How's he still
practically
alive?
impossible.
Oh my god.
Still
How's he
comes
still
out
alive
with
this
another
long?
kill,
How does he get
eliminating Delzik, taking the smokes out of the
an
equation.
animal.
And the retake, Chronicle has got his drone, he's got an Odin
Animal.
and a Hunter's Fury to play with. He's being covered up close by Nats, who spotted an exit.
Fucking
Lockdown,
walls are
that's going to be a
crazy.
little bit of a thorn in the side. What's even worse than that is the player inside of main catching
the
him off
hell
guard on the
just
side.
happened?
Redguard went
Team
down
killed.
to Chronicles Hunter's Fury, and now it's a 1v2.
He fucking team
This
killed.
is a disaster.
He's trying to get rid
for
of the
Gambit.
ult.
A clutch needed from Nats, and time is not really on his side. Those players
This is too hard.
safely behind. some cover so they can't be wall banged down, and they know exactly where he is, Tom. It's going to be so hard to get away with this one. And a well-played shot from Nags that closes it out.
I don't even know what just happened there.
A messy round.
Like, yeah, there's not a lot of good observing going on there, to be honest.
3 kills happened, right? We kind of missed them.
Defo does well, but it's just the quick trades and the fact that they use their utility well. Having that Hunter's Fury in there as well. This is, it's just unlucky.
Whoa!
That was
damn as fuck.
Why would you step out so far to do that ult? Why not just in the corner where you're safe by the ult?
I think he did that on purpose, dude. If we didn't know that on the site, it literally looked like he did it on purpose.
If you Hunter's Fury out in the open like that, especially after they'd already spotted Nags on top of the boxes at the bottom of the stairs, he's just going to get killed. So
are they going to play attacking side without a duelist? I don't know. They'll figure it out.
Severely unlucky situation. Oh, you are horrible people. They have walled themselves up to get that angle, but luckily it was spotted immediately by the drone.
Yeah, somebody's been watching some grim clips here and there. Just stealing that one. I think I've definitely seen Ethan do that before as well, but expected, it seems. They managed to clear that fairly early on, and KRÜ now with 6 already on the board, and this time they shut Defo down. As said, he's been one of the high-impact players thus far for GAMBIT. Getting him out of the round for Nags is huge. How do they respond? And again, we're just seeing this much slower, calculated sort of attempt from KRÜ as they now wait back for any further aggression, and it is moving in their direction.
Well, you know what? They've just cleared out B main. That recon giving them complete control. Now it's going to be a little bit more difficult. GAMBIT are expecting the A hit. Look at where Nats is. This is not a great position. Sometimes you're
wins it.
That's why he goes out a little bit wider. Ready.
It's a bad angle
For this smoke to fade, and the shot connected by Kesnin instantly. They don't spot anybody.
Oh my god, almost blind out.
Yeah, that could have been a 3K.
Lining them up for the spray down, but Kesnin does such a good job stopping it from going too far.
It's over. Bring us map 3.
2v4 retake. And what have we said, Tom? KRÜ's post plans have been solid. I think that's why we see GAMBIT immediately go, hey, let's
I saw that breach
right
out,
was far more calculated than I think any of the other rounds we've seen from KRÜ. Patient for any sort of aggression. The second that they get that opener, they instantly wait for the response. They know that somebody's going to try and find the trade. They know that there's going to be some more aggressive positioning from the side of GAMBIT, and they wait for it, they watch for it, and they get themselves the reward. A fantastic round from KRÜ, and now GAMBIT, they are into a position where, well, both the Operator and the Odin are fairly expensive, and now they have to try and fight for them.
Well, Chronicle up close is a little bit of cover. They're going to be focused on Shados, and that's one of the worst ways to die. It's sprayed in close range by the Odin, and they won't be able to hunt them down after, allowing them to save over these final weapons. It will be 7-4, already a fantastic half out of KRÜ, and again, they're looking to push up to 8, the same scoreline that we saw on Breeze that still slipped away.
Don't say it. I knew it was coming. But yeah, they are, again, in the same spot. But this is the thing. Like, I feel like the way that he plays this Reyna is incredibly hit and miss. We've seen him shut down instantly some rounds. We've seen them win him the next. But that's his role within the team. That's exactly what they expect from him. If he stops playing aggressively, his value is just diminished almost instantly. So the fact that they're currently in the lead, it's been going incredibly well. Again, this slow pace coming out from KRÜ, just waiting for somebody to try and push them, especially with some of the rounds they've lost against weaker economy. It has been those A-site pushes, and you can see they're just watching for it this time.
Chronicle's peeking out on the corner with this Odin, holding a lot of information. Obviously, they put their slow orb and their
South and A wins this.
Start just to stop any sort of B aggression, deal damage.
Possible.
If they can, delaying their utility enough that they have
I believe in a South and A.
maximum information out of it. But the problem for GAMBIT here, they haven't spotted anybody, and now they're left in a void.
I think they win the whole tournament,
every single
honestly.
could have a player coming around it. That's why they drone B. See nobody
third
there.
map?
Start the early rotation.
Bind.
Shados comes into A, and I think he's going to be here just in time for KRÜ's push.
I'm calling it right now. KRÜ 2-1.
They have got this
I don't know, man. If it's going to Bind, I might still have to give it to GAMBIT now.
I'd say that. They start hesitating a little bit. Push coming through. Nags looking to try and find the opener, but he gets caught by Redgar pushing. Now, he didn't have one of the major weapons, so this risk is worth it. Nats, he just got straight through! Managing to find a couple, but the trades are good. Leaving it down to just one man. And it is
they had all 5 rotated before they got out.
7-5 half, a little bit different from last time. But it is still KRÜ going in with the lead at the
GAMBIT 2-0s?
It absolutely is, and I don't expect this map to have as much of a flip to it as we saw in the previous. Altogether, though, this series is delivering exactly as we had hoped. For KRÜ, they are in the lead But coming into this pistol round of the next half, there's going to be a lot of weight on their shoulders. They don't want to allow Gambit to... First half for KRÜ, but now their defense is about to be tested. And honestly, Tom, looking at this attack composition...
I played that online a long time ago. It was fun.
It's going to be a curious one to see how Gambit use this.
They don't have the smoke and dash strategy that we normally see from a lot of teams on this map. Something so commonly utilized. Now, the shock dart has already managed to take out some of the utility. Now, there will still be the turret there, but in fact, Chronicle has just taken the head clean off of Klaus. Now, bear in mind, we saw this at the last half. Both teams winning the pistol on either side of the map. Is it going to be another attempt from Gambit?
Well, they'll certainly try it. That drone is so well timed. It hasn't. Oh, okay, it's turned around.
Hello.
All good. They've seen him. He's going to be tagged on the way back, and Nag's now stuck in the corner. No dash to play with. Shock darts coming in. He's 30 HP right now, just dodging blind fire through smoke. Stelzik tries to come in and help and catch them off guard, but they'd already switched direction, fallen back and held short. Left now into a 5v1.
Here we go
Nag's
again.
Eventually meeting his demise.
39 for Gambit.
Round 2. We saw this in the second pistol last time. Kester this time. I feel like the agent he has might actually help him out a little bit more. No longer on the Cypher. Now they're all going to be watching for this. He'd need some pretty incredible shots and already tagged desperately low. Of course, a single kill would benefit him at least a little bit, but chances slim. That is gross. He's never going to get the heal off of it.
There's no way.
In an attempt for the trade, they want to keep this crossfire going, and this time it'll only be 2.
Yeah, but normally Chronicle would have went out there at least.
You'd had to one-shot that guy logs without going out.
So eventually he just calls it quits and says, hey, take your health. We'll just triple peek you when you walk back out. 7-6, Gambit winning the pistol. It's not great for KRÜ, but it's not the end of the world. Look, they're going to probably come in with this round win here, and then KRÜ will fight back on even footing. But this is their map pick, somewhere they can feel a lot more comfortable, because, you know, they've played it a few more times than Breeze.
Yeah, I think they played every map. I think that even includes Fracture. They had played more than Breeze going into today, so there you go.
Certainly at this event.
Yeah, for sure. It might have been even, but whatever. It's going to be that push through. Decent.
I did tank heal.
Players just waiting.
But I also switched to voice activation towards the end.
Be surprised if
I think voice activation is better.
Considering his current position.
Do you know what I really like? Gambit, when they peek those corners,
a lot of
like,
pros have switched to it in recent times.
Turret, and he just keeps clearing. The turret doesn't exist in his mind. The second guy around is the one to destroy it, because you don't want your crosshair to be pulled off, much like the Reyna Lear. If you flick to it and start shooting and the guy swings around the corner, you're dead. Instead, let your teammate handle it and you focus on the
voice activation, but you set it up so that
Kesden's not having a great start here, down to 22. Of course,
your sensitivity on your mic isn't picking up stuff outside.
From 30 meters, so
just your voice.
Not the end of the world, but certainly not the start you wanted for KRÜ.
They're just baiting them in. This is exactly the same as the pistol. Like, a lot of the problems of the composition that's there for KRÜ is because you have this double duelist, you have to be aggressive. Now, obviously,
you can use it
be
even
more
with the
so
crowd.
than any other, because you are just playing with pistols, and realistically, you want to try and get yourself a stack. Now, I said this wouldn't play a part, but they have actually come back in this direction. Again, we're going to see them slowly clearing out these angles, and this could be a bit of a problem. Not going to get anything for it. A lot of damage onto Chronicle. Maybe they can trade that out, but having
a lot of damage, though.
We never really talk about that much anymore. Having a double healer, so they're going to be able to get him right back up.
It actually does help quite a bit.
Voice activation's definitely easier.
You don't typically even expect that heal to be bought up, but I think I got it. This is, I mean, for KRÜ, drop a few weapons. That's the name of the game, the objective. Play the exits. The problem is where Gambit are likely to exit is
KRÜ did get far.
KRÜ have no foothold there, so I'll wait for these players to
I'm just saying, if KRÜ wins this map right here, they win the whole tournament.
Incremental peaks,
oh my god.
They've at least found the one. Okay. Considering he's got a classic, Mazzino's done well to even get that.
Yeah, no, that was just almost a straight up 1v1 as well. So the fact that he wins that,
I'm looking invested in this game, dude. I'm honestly like
is very impressive. But ultimately, again for Gambit, not too much
weak, man. My body feels weak. The food poisoning's fucked me up, man. My body still feels super weak.
Granted, again, it was
I don't feel too hot.
But Gambit managed to win their bonus. If that happens again, then I really do start to worry for KRÜ.
Most definitely. I'm already seeing Mazzino go in pretty hard into this round. He's bought full shields and an Odin. That means no shock darts to play with to start things off. But that kind of buy could
I had food
really
poisoning yesterday. That's why I didn't stream.
He does spray right away though.
And I was throwing up all day.
Oh my god, they're trying to spray
I only
back
started
through.
feeling better this morning.
You absolute psychos. They're using the sheriff and tagging him up as well, but he's
So,
not deterred. He
it's
still
kind
wants
of
to
a
fight. The
relief
recon
that I even
primed
made
and
it.
ready, and now things get dangerous.
They
Luckily,
broke all of that
Gambit
util, I
destroyed
think,
instantly.
with the.
Yeah,
With
I
a
feel
shock
like
dart,
a lot
no?
of this again is the same as what we saw in the
Oh,
last
He
round.
had
It's almost
a
faking
full set of
control.
util on
The
B
thing is,
main.
the
Killjoy. It's all
drone
good.
will actually clear a lot of that space out.
No, not
So
sushi. I had
everything
Chinese
they
food
almost
yesterday,
set up in this round was
and
that,
it was
okay, we're
definitely
taking all
that.
of this control, but then
It was like
it's been
not good
spotted by the
all.
opposition that they've given it up again. However, Redgar's in the same spot.
I won't have
If we
Chinese
saw
food
it
ever
push
again, I
back to
think,
Redgar
after
again,
that
I'm gonna be
experience.
pretty upset.
That's a oh no! This is a great start for Nags, but with Nats falling,
I think that's the first time I've got food poisoning.
Fucking dick ripped off.
I never felt like that in my life. It was really bad.
These other agents alive, and now
Rip.
Sounds like that hurts.
not great in that kind of fight. It's not really what you want to be facing in a round like this, but it's damn good at breaking walls, so they've got to cross over against it. Delzic's here to help, and they are doing the damage.
Jeez, they're almost
Completely
losing this
shutting
round
down
though.
Gambit's attack. The spike on the floor.
They
Mizuno
got
it.
just
Beta
keeps
stomach.
on
I know.
going
True.
with that big gun in hand. He's down to 7
Just
HP,
close.
but I don't think he's going to get punished. Redgar, the last alive, bulldog in hand, and well, he meets the Odin as well. A fantastic round from Mizuno with what his hands down.
Yeah, I
the
should
best gun
report
of the
them
game.
or something. I don't
Every
know.
single round, or every single
But,
position they moved
I don't
to,
know.
there was someone
There's an
waiting
Odin.
with the Odin, and it was the same
Yeah.
person. Mizuno's having a game and a half as well. Currently 18 and 10, one of the main reasons they were able to get so much success.
It's definitely the
when it
restaurant
came
for
to their
sure.
attacking side. Just
But
with
having
his
a bad
framing
experience
ability,
like that
which,
is
especially when
like,
you're on that server, a
leaves
lot
a
of the
bad
time on
taste.
this map, that's not going to be
Definitely
what
the
you're
restaurant.
expecting him
I've
to
had
do,
Chinese
so
food plenty of times before.
in a pretty good spot.
A bad
8-7
restaurant,
is
but
what we
it's just-
expected in this round. We have got to counter Odin. This map was literally as if Mitch has designed it himself.
I'll tell you what, I feel like I might be yelling both of these teams right now. This is exactly what I want to see.
Same shit they did last time.
It's so funny watching that bot just fucking
And yeah,
moonwalk.
Mizuno gets more than he bargained for there. He's gonna just about get it up. Oh, this is dangerous. The drone goes up above. It
This
gets the
is
tag, and
sick.
that completely
Look at this
forces
gameplay
them out
right
of the
here.
main.
Fucking
The
joke.
sprays
This is my
back
first
and
time.
forth, not
Shade.
yet meeting
Ordering
any
from that
Here we
place.
go, one more
either
time.
player. The recon reveals him. He falls back, and now
There's
here
no
he
way
comes
anyone
yet
thinks
again,
this is
tagged up
fun to
25.
watch
Now
or
things
fun
get
to
very
play.
dangerous.
It's just
Mizuno
so
has to be careful.
garbage that that's
That-
the thing.
This is
Yeah,
like
that's bot
nearly
needs
the first
change.
minute
Just
of
like the
round. It's
fucking
just been
Talking about the
lore in
Odin
A.
spam?
jamming through walls.
Yeah,
And
all
the
of that
fact
needs
is
to
the
go.
defenders haven't just been sitting there. They've also claimed some
That was
control.
really good
A
aggression.
last bullet shot and a spike in a pretty awkward position. I
Think
don't
they
the
shouldn't make that
defense
wall
can really
spammable
fight
at
for it
all?
because it just wouldn't
And the
be
A heaven,
worthwhile,
dude.
But
A
it is
heaven
something
is
that wastes
dumb
more
as shit.
time. And KRÜ have wasted a lot of time in this round.
It's like the
That's
meta for
especially
Silva
bad
players, I
because
feel.
Chronicle was the one going back for it with the Odin.
got an
So
Odin.
it's really tough to move quickly with that.
Spam
because
that
you need
wall
so
and then
much
come in
setup
and spam
time
on their
if you're
heaven.
going to take a ranged fight like that. And even if you are set
Silly.
up, you're probably going to lose that ranged fight. Especially if it's Nags firing off the way that he is. That's the man advantage
30
now for
seconds
KRÜ to
left.
play with. And only 30 seconds left on the clock. Still a lot of Astra Stars waiting for them on A.
They've got 2 stars. Now they're going to clear this position. But
No, I'm not gonna name the restaurant
20 seconds left.
because
He's gonna look to try
Get
and
his
play
E off.
with
they're
the
gonna get
Odin.
trolled by all
I
the
love
bunch
a
of
little bit of
random
luck.
people.
Touchdown 2 with the headshots. There
That'd
is
be like
nothing that can be done here.
irresponsible of me to
Crusader's
name the
gonna go up
restaurant.
above
Gonna get
and
that
they're
kill,
gonna spam
too.
out the wall almost.
But I should
They're
report
gonna
them.
Mizuno again,
Should
using
report
that
them.
Odin to good effect. And 9-7 KRÜ
All right,
confirmed their
9 is
lead.
all they get.
You wouldn't want the White Walkers to have one of those. Just cracks that wall right open. 9-7. KRÜ are looking
They have a
strong
Google
right now.
review?
This is the half
Aren't
of the
Google
world.
reviews
We
like
didn't want to see them
fucking?
just fall away again
scam?
like the previous. Instead,
Don't they
they
just
are
like
bringing
get
the hurt
deleted
to
if the
Gambit.
restaurant
The
wants
slow
to?
attack side, the 1 minute wall bangs with the Odins. They
Wait, never mind.
don't
They're
find
saving
any
it.
If I
And
can
then-
order sushi at a Chinese restaurant.
Yeah,
Hear the
maybe a part
rumble
of
Probably
it.
the Odin
probably
in
the
the
fish,
distance,
honestly.
spraying away.
It
and
could have been
keeping
the
them out of
fish.
being made
I don't
for
even
the time
know.
being, but there's nothing
I
to
only had
stop
one
them going in
sushi
the
piece
middle.
though. I had one piece of sushi.
Make their way
I had
up
half
through
of the
here,
wonton,
market door
like one
closed,
wonton,
very conscious
and then I
that
had
they've
like
given up
a
that
lot of the
control.
chicken.
KRÜ
But
will allow their opponents to
Bad
have it
fish
spraying
is-
through
oof.
every now and then just to keep them
Bad fish
at
will
bay.
fuck you up easily.
It will fuck
Even a
this
little bit,
one
right?
up.
That was a double
Yeah.
tag.
Redguard.
It will
I think
fuck
they had
you
bad
up.
fish.
The lineup
I actually
collapse
love the fish at the
coming out
Chinese
from the
restaurant.
drone, giving them
I
so
don't
much
know
information
what's
that
it
there's
called,
2
but
players
it's so
currently
good.
pushed down mid, and you can
It's
see
like
that
fried.
Klaus realizes if he manages to get main control
I got
of
food
B,
poisoning from tacos.
again, this round almost just becomes over.
From fish
especially with
tacos?
the Position currently of Mizuno. They don't actually manage to catch out the dart as well. He's
No.
doing so well just to
Beef
delay them as
tacos.
much as possible. with
Steak.
utility,
I don't know
and
which
even
one.
manages to escape. He's got to be
That's
careful
weird,
because they are
actually.
looking to try and
It
hunt
is
him
very
down.
weird.
But with
That's
so many
unusual.
bullets, so many
Maybe there was a fish
opportunities,
taco in
it's
there
just
and I didn't
collating
notice.
them
I
up.
ate it. Who knows? I don't
Absolutely
know. I just know it was
those
tater
frags,
tacos.
and as they walk out
That
of
fish will
those
get you.
smokes.
Want to hear something crazy? My roommate got
There's
food
plenty of
poisoning from a
guns waiting
chicken
for them.
salad
Another
from
3K out of Mazzino. Of
Chick-fil-A.
course, this was
From-
just up against an eco, but avoiding losing any players
Yeah,
can
very
really
weird.
future-proof
Yeah.
this
Isn't it easy to
economy.
get food
Another
poisoning off
Prime
chicken,
Gaming
though?
flawless this time in the hands
I mean,
of KRÜ.
He is 9.
From a fast food restaurant, I feel like it would be harder because they just like leave it in there for whatever time, right?
Well, how come it didn't work out for the other
Or
side?
because
when they were
it's a
using
place
it?
like Chick-fil-A
they
should
didn't
sell
use it
quite
right.
fast.
Is your mic low
Have you
eventually?
got- have you got a guide out?
I don't know,
that
is
you
it?
can Look at?
Yeah,
Maybe
we'll
just
work
me.
on that. I'll sit down with Mazzino after this, and we'll.
That's all I get?
Okay, sweet. Good to know it's
Get some
coming.
Goldament.
This is a very big round right here.
Yeah.
This recon's a little dangerous for Nags. He was blinded up, so he can't destroy it. He's now being spotted. Time to use that dash up, and great early utility coming out of Gambit. Just a burrow. Oh no, Nags, run for your life. Whew, that was dangerous.
I think they've realized as well that they can get mid control relatively easy. And considering how things have been going with that
I don't
Odin
even-
on B, I'm not
fuck.
surprised that they're
I haven't had
starting to
food
avoid it.
poisoning in
The
a
thing
very,
that's been
very
a
long
bit weird
time.
for me so far is
Same.
that Gambit
Definitely the worst
little
sickness
to
I've
no
had.
pressure on A at all. Like, we
39
haven't
HP.
we
Yeah,
haven't
it
seen them go
definitely
up short.
sucks.
We haven't even
Like,
really
I've had
seen them
24-hour
challenge just
flu,
for main at all. So
but-
look how
Oh,
much
no.
control again is
That was
there.
like
Oh, if
years
they get
ago.
tagged by that recon, it's all over for them.
I had
But luckily
really
they
bad
won't.
food poisoning the first
39
time I went
health
to
was
Vietnam
left
when I
on
was like
Defo after just a spam
11
from
or so.
Phantom.
I
Thanks
had
to
like
that
pho in the
drone,
streets, and
Mazzino
then I
is
had to
having
like
one hell of a game. Honestly, his utility
take 7
has
pills
been
a day
on point
for like
thus
a week.
far. Another
Holy
tag
fuck.
coming
Yeah.
through.
If
as
don't people get like
6:30,
IVs and shit for
and
food
they are
poisoning?
really being
I
deterred
had to get
from
like
pushing
I
this
had
B
like a
site. They'll
charcoal
change it
pill
up, but
to
they're
like
walking
absorb all
right
the
into
bad shit
Nags,
that I
who's
was
having
taking.
one hell
I
of
don't
a
know, it was
map
pretty bad.
Yeah.
over on the previous. Yet to really reach that form again, and this drone, it hasn't spotted him. He's managed to sneak his way in. The spam gives it away, and he'll just
Not
back
past the
off
drone,
now.
but still shot.
He actually can't make
Oh.
it.
Oh, they know Delzik is there. They know
Delzik's
he's
in trouble.
hiding
He's
in the
gotta
smoke
win his
and almost try
one.
and bait it out. Redgar should have
Oh,
this
it's
timing
lurk.
on point. Clearing him is going to
Oh.
be
Yeah,
so
it's a-
important. In fact, he's pushing back
Oh,
in.
no, he
and
got
he's
one.
still
It
managing to
actually
get kills.
worked out.
The timing eventually works in his favor, and it's traded out into the 1 versus 1. A
I'll plan it
chance
for
here,
him.
and the plan is not in the
Wow.
brimstone.
Yeah,
Nice.
big,
Let's go.
big round.
That was
That
huge.
sucks.
Said
was
he
not
was a
planning
little
for
bit
that guy.
quieter in this map, but
Blows.
when they needed him the most, he'll put an 11th on the board.
That's incredible. Someone took their knife
What kind of
out
money
and
they
ran
got?
at him. I
What's Gambit's
don't
money?
know if
Let me
they
see.
misread the situation.
decent.
Thought everyone was dead.
Max
ran
bonus
out of
with
ammo,
spike
something
plant, right?
happened, but my God.
Yeah,
KRÜ
it
are
should
now
be a
11
buy.
to 7 in the lead. Nags
good
is having
one,
that
too,
little
but
bit of confidence boost that he
never know, I
really needed. Because so far, like I said, this map rather
Yeah, so it's a
hasn't
lot of
reached the same
it's a lot of
form
Sky
that he did
Flash
over
and
on
then
Breeze.
Sky
Now
Sage
so
Swing.
low.
when
he's
Nat's
going to feel
third,
a
or
lot
Nat's
better
second even, and then
closing
they
out
try to
this
trade it out
round, putting
when you can't
11
jet
on the
into the
board.
site.
KRÜ just 2 away from
that
map
was big,
3
man.
here in the semifinals.
It's
The
a
gun
half
buddy
five.
is tomorrow
Close
during
they
the
can almost
finals.
taste
You have to
it.
watch
And
tomorrow.
This is starting
Damn.
to remind me
They're
of
playing
old
for
Gambit
OT.
attacks that just seem a little bit baseless. It's been a B attempt almost every
Map
single
3.
round.
Here we come.
There's been no pressure
Shows
for
they have
A.
no
Like,
confidence.
You see
Yeah,
how
KRÜ's
long
got this
Delzik is
2-1.
already here.
Yeah.
He's already just taken that control.
How's
because he hasn't
Gambit's
had to
movement this
fight
map,
for it
Shroud?
in the entirety of the map. In fact, he did so much damage even in the last round just by keeping
I'm
that
sorry?
position held.
How's their movement? Does it look
makes it
shaky?
so much easier for the rest of the players
Gambit?
to actually push
Yeah.
out. This time, again, who's surprised?
Not,
They're going
not
mid.
really, no.
Yeah, Gambit
Not a
really
liquid
running out of
style.
ideas here
No.
by the looks of it. Round
still
on
some
round, the
confidence in there.
same spot is pushed, and success has been nowhere in sight. Close shock into the pink. The SMG's trying to lead the charge around these
Thanks,
corners,
Mornito.
but it's all just pressure. They
You know
look
what I'm
to
saying?
move
They're
back
scaling
to
well,
the A
they're
site. They've
leading
got
well.
Redgar
Yeah.
holding this for most
No
of the
hesitation.
round.
They still got it a
Know
little
that
bit.
nobody
I don't
is
know
at
if they're going to
least
win this
pushed
map.
up on A, that the info isn't there to play
Fucking
with.
flipper. You fucking flipped again.
What do you mean? I get 2
You
flips,
fucking
right?
fli-
I get
no.
2 flips.
Stop.
I get 2
Why
flips.
was this 2? No, you gave yourself 2 flips. You don't get any flips.
Tarik said I get 2 flips.
I gave him
Oh,
2
fair.
flips because he's already
And
flipping.
did actually manage to pull a
I thought
couple
you were
of
flipping already
rotations.
between
This
Ascent and
leaves
Liquid, no?
things a little
Ah,
bit
he's such a
vulnerable, but
flipper.
No, I
bypassing
didn't flip there.
through into
There
this
was no
B side
flip
is going to be
there.
very difficult.
Oh, wow.
Especially again
Ace.
with Mazzino just popping. 4
Mazzino's
kills
playing
already.
This guy's
This guy's 27-11.
That's sick, dude. And they forced out the Seekers off that round.
That's a useful Sova, man.
Oh,
nice.
nice.
That is a useful Sova.
Fantastic round from him again.
Well, I'm hearing KRÜ get very loud. Can't understand what they're saying, but
somebody gave us the DL being a trainer at Chick-fil-A.
I'm telling you, man, this guy is on fire. It doesn't matter if it's the
fresh
owner
chicken.
defensive.
They buy
Look at this target selection. He knows there's a
chicken
player
breast
in the
meat every
corner,
2 days,
but he just keeps
and they
dueling the
season
guys up
bread
close,
flesh,
knowing that if Cypher
batter
steps
all the
forward,
chicken every 20 minutes.
That
Look at
is
that
so
crowd.
nice to see,
That's pretty
man.
cool.
That's so nice to see. Get that
Cool
crowd
about the
Chick-fil-A
making
or
some
cool about the
noise,
crowd?
but I'll tell you
Both.
what, KRÜ are matching them when it comes to
And that's probably why
decibels.
Chick-fil-A's chicken
They've been
tastes
getting
pretty
loud
solid.
in Gambit's faces, and now they have 5
I wonder
I've never
how he
had
got
that
to
Chick-fil-A.
bring us to map
It
3.
actually is fresh.
And you can see as well.
I just wonder how my roommate got sick from a chicken salad.
Yeah, maybe whoever was like handling it, like
That almost
you
killed him.
can't
Been
always get it
undercooked.
from like bad meat, right? Like you can get
I'm
it from
not
just
sure,
like
but I'll tell you what. If he goes
Anything.
down, they lose
anything,
the
right?
red.
Like what
That
if
is
what
a
if their fucking
big,
hands are like
big scalp
disgusting
to
and
take
filthy?
right
Like could that
away.
do it?
Yeah.
Like what if they
So
touch like
damn
raw chicken? You know
close
what I'm
to
saying?
doing
It depends on
Yeah.
how
Will
sensitive
survive
the
into
person
the
is
late
that eats
round.
it though
A minute
too,
10 on
because
the
like
clock.
some people's
The
stomachs can
attackers have
handle
been
a lot
short
more
on
than others.
ideas. It's been
True. Like what if it was just someone
constantly
mishandling
they've
the
tried to
food?
throw in
Yeah.
Could have been
but
that, and
so
then
far they
Could be
have
anything.
found it impossible to crack the code.
Like I
of KRÜ
trained myself to have
continue
an
to have
iron
an
stomach.
iron defense.
you do.
Yeah, I literally do. I'm not even
It might
capping.
just be that lack of a
Just
true
sit-ups every
entry.
day.
Not having
Yeah,
that.
no,
This is
I
why
get
we don't
McDonald's,
really
and if
see
I have
those
anything
duelist
left over, I
cards
leave it
because
out
it becomes
and not
very difficult
refrigerated.
to
Then I
actually
eat it like a
find
day
way
later.
into the site.
Fair. I do that
Your
too.
initial
Yeah.
Conditioning your body.
I'm conditioning my body.
There's no brute
I do that a
force
lot with
option
leftovers.
for
That doesn't
Gambit.
sound too
And
good
again,
for
Yeah.
your
Leftovers in the
takes
fridge is
35
fucking
seconds.
awful.
As
I
of
leave
right
my
now,
leftovers
they have
out and
mid.
then eat it the next day.
What?
Yeah, and even then, it's contested quite heavily.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
they're gonna just dismiss out
Training
there a
myself.
little
I've
bit
done
to make
that
sure
for
he
a
catches
long
it. Rez
time,
coming
actually.
through. Does
And I don't
Keston
get food
wanna
poisoning.
aggressive on this? Yes, he does. And he's not quite gonna catch them, but he's slowing them down.
I
He's
mean,
passing them
keeping it in
the
the fridge keeps it fresh.
Up goes Nags, no knives connecting.
Yeah, but like I don't need it fresh.
Going huge.
I'll
The
taste the
nano
same
keep
anyways.
going.
No quality
And this
food.
is
Map 3,
already
baby.
done. KRÜ walk out
If it's
with
McDonald's,
15
there's no
to
fresh
7.
to it.
Map
It's a piece of
3.
shit either.